Blog Talk Radio.
Well, good evening, good afternoon, good morning to you and yours, wherever you are on the World Wide Web. You are listening to Let's Talk, brought to you by the Men Empowered Organization on the Blog Talk Radio Network at blogtalkradio.com. My name is Brother Malachi. I am your host and founder of the Men Empowered Organization. It is a September the 3rd, 2013. If you'd like to join in on our show conversation, hit us up with a question or comment. You can give us a call right here at 347-205-9279. Or if you're joining us in the chat room, just go ahead and put your comments up or your question up, and we will get to those ASAP. Just want to remind you that the Men Empowered Organization, when we are not on the air, you can always hit us up in our office at 504-484-9388 or 601-297-2927, and our email address is menempoweredtoprosper@yahoo.com. We are on LinkedIn as well as Twitter.com. Yours truly, Malachi, a.k.a. government name Maurice Heron, is on Facebook.com. For a limited time only, I think I'm going to give up Facebook after we complete this series. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It just, we'll see. We will see. Too much social network to manage. Well, you know, tonight we are going to have a makeup of the book of Jasher, chapter 40. We had some technical difficulties with us this time, I believe. But I believe Blog Talk Radio got it together. So it is not the fault of BTR, but the Men Empowered Organization. So I think we got it right this time. I'd like to thank you for your comments, negative and positive. But we will continue to do the work of the Most High. I thank the Most High for giving me knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. We will get into the book of Jasher, chapter 40, momentarily, right after a few musical breaks and messages. You're listening to Let's Talk.
Every satellite will fall from space, hit the earth and die, and then fight after disaster from the master. Puzzle faces looking for the rapture. True, the day of the Christ provides birth so they can walk in heaven here on earth.
begging you straight. The root of evil is money, it ain't the most highway. 144,000 will bask in the glory. Life is an apartment building because there's more than one story. I accepted the most high, and what was I on? Data past like Mike, and I'm the future like LeBron. I follow the commandments of the most high said so. Red Bull and Xbox and get your wings in a halo. My people is blind, and it's making me sick. Just because you repent ain't putting you on that list. Ain't no cutting in line, ain't no being a dough, man. Don't matter if you're rich or whether you're poor, man. If you obedient and you're filled with the faith, then the upper room will be your final resting place, and that's heaven.
The throne of the Father. You still sinning? Don't even bother. You not going if you follow John Carter. A little Wayne, he another Carter. From Obama back to Jimmy Carter. America not Babylon, it's just the daughter. Told us looking bitches got trying like 3/4. Son's gon' die, you make it call a martyr. Don't elevate your mind and it cause expansion. I want a room in a heavenly mansion. Don't try to figure it out your path, don't let it fool you. You can play it back, I'm not trying to confuse you. Poetical prophet, truth that we the gifted. Cerebral technique, the microphone I lifted. Thinking you can wait to get in, you can save it. Signing off quad to 6-foot David.
Let me tell you what it feel like. Real right, so I'm back in the feel like. Examine yourself before the judge come in the heat of the night like O'Connor. So I'm gonna show you how to live it when I spit it through the spirit. Hope you feel it. This is the spirit that teaches when you hear it. So when it's death there, it's death there. So don't step there. But self-rearrange and let the Most High change you, my brother. That's what I utter with them dead bone tang. Who them? The strange fruit that used to hang. Now I'm spitting out truth for the youth to change. To see us like heaven. When them guns down, when the word is your weapon and the Lord to your weapon. Not Baal, but our master in heaven. And there's no more jails for the nation. That's heaven. Yes, that's heaven. Heaven.
Read it. Verse 12. Amos chapter 8, verse 12. And they shall wander from sea to sea.
And they shall wander from sea to sea. That means you're going from this place to this place. Well, let me go over here. Oh, Islam, I don't like that. Well, let me go over to the Christian church. Oh, I don't know. Well, maybe let me go into Hinduism. Well, I don't know. I don't like this church because this preacher said this. I don't like this church because this preacher said that. Let me tell you, if you were in the Word, it wouldn't matter what the preacher would say. If you was in the Word, you'll be able to see over what he's teaching. But you're going from sea to sea, all over the place. Read.
Amos chapter 8, verse 12. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east.
Okay.
They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Most High, and shall not find it.
You're going to wish one day you was able to sit in your cushy house and cut on your computer and see the word of the Lord. You're going to long for that time. You're going to wish you had that opportunity. Soon reading the Bible is going to be against the law of the earth. Soon. Soon. They're moving everyone into a new age movement. And the only thing you can believe in is yourself. Is yourself. And you are being programmed. That's going to be the belief system. Yourself. That's the new age movement. How grim and dark the government of this earth is. That all of them are in league and are in bed with Satan. That's the truth. Not one of them are with the Most High. Why? Because this kingdom was given into the hand of Satan. Job 9 and 24 tells you the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. So in order for you to rule in this government, you must go to Satan to get your power. He tried to offer it to Christ, Christ denied it. But who took it? All the governments in this earth who will soon pay. They live lavishly in this earth off the bones, blood, sweat, and tears of the children of Israel. Yes, but now they have to pay. It's time. All these wars in the earth are culminating. They're leading to their own demise. And we're just a people with no weapon. This is our weapon. The only thing we have is this, Christ, in the name of the Most High, and we'll win.
It's the music and words of the Gathering of Christ Church. You can find them at gatheringofchrist.org. That's www.gatheringofchrist.org. Also, the Gathering of Christ Church Ministry has a Hebrew Biblical Academy. So for more information on that, which starts promptly September the 22nd. So you need to get your registration, sign up for the program, as well as more information of it. Send an email to gatheringas1, the number 1, at AOL.com. The Gathering now, gatheringas1, the number 1, at AOL.com. And they'll send you all the information that you need to know to get set up, to enter into the academy, which starts promptly September the 22nd. So I am a graduate of the Hebrew Academy. I tell you, how many times do I have to speak on it? I'm going to speak on it as much as possible up until the first day of class, because everyone who is listening to my voice, I'm not here to tell you that I know everything, but I tell you this, I know where to get it. I know how to read it. I know how to research it, because of this organization right here, the Gathering of Christ Church. I found out a whole lot, and ooh, did he get me out of deep hot water that I was in. So just want to let you know that the Hebrew Academy starts September the 22nd. And for more information on that, just to get more information on that and what it details of, send an email to the brothers at gatheringas1, the number 1, at AOL.com. Don't forget, they are on here at BTR Blog Talk Radio here just about 4 nights a week. For more information on any program they have, you can go to their official Blog Talk website at www.blogtalkradio.com/GOCCHURCH. And I tell you, it's going to be all good. We're now getting ready to go ahead and get started with the players. Let's talk about who the players are that we will be reading about. And they are the 12 tribes of Israel. And we're going to find out who their descendants are that is in the earth tonight. And we are going to go ahead and listen to a little bit of hymn featuring Uriah as he talks about who he is and he knows who you are. But the question is, do you know who you are? That is the question. We'll talk about that in about 5 minutes.
I know who you are. Yeah, I say I know who you are. Yeah, come on. We stiff neck, we wild, we on the corner, wildin' out. We ignorant, we proud, rebellious.
I know who you are, boy. or you need some help. Open your mind and free yourself. Truth and knowledge overpowers wealth. Put education on the shelf and take a second look and see which route you took. Fall in love with a bunch of crooks and forget you're the children of that book. To the enemies they told you, made you believe anything they told you, and left you with two decisions. You could choose death or choose religion. But you fell off Jacob's ladder and chose to listen to the master. Got caught in the devil's rapture. Now your life is a whole disaster.
Yeah, I said, I know who you are. I know who you are. And I know where you're going. We stiff-necked, we wild, we on the corner, wildin' out. We ignorant, we proud, we belly us, our style.
We're the only ones can't see it. Got a truth but don't believe it. Cursed with being disobedient to the days enslaved in Egypt. Then Moses said, let my people go. Still we act like we ain't know who was our father. We didn't even bother to listen. And not to mention we blatantly worship others. We went from one to another. We threw stones at our brothers. When they was trying to just bring us back to the truth, there's nothing wrong with that. Like stepping over in the book of Acts. All he did was take it back.
Yeah, I said, I know who you are. I know who you are. And I know where you're going. We stiff-necked, we wild, we on the corner, wildin' out. We ignorant, we proud, we belly us, our style.
I know the keepers of the law was standing tall, staying righteous above them all. What's the call, coach? The other teams fit with many men that's small so cause they don't know the identity, but I do, so they envy me. Cause you're a nation of people that's so rebellious, accusers of your brother. When he speaks the truth, you get jealous. But I stay on the call with all my righteous fellas. Cause we know who we are, there's nothing else that you can tell us. Nothing.
Yeah, I said, I know who you are. I know who you are. And I know where you're going. Yeah, I said, I know who you are. I know who you are. And I know where you're going. We wild, we on the corner, wildin' out. We ignorant, we proud, we belly us, our style. To be like them, we try. Our own culture, we deny. So unaware, we blind. We searching for a sign. I know who you are. 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 Who you are. I know who you are. I know who you are.
Now, what was that song entitled about, I Know Who You Are? What's up with that? You know, aren't we all the people of God? Well, let's see. The Most High says he has chosen a people. And these people came from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And because the Most High has made a covenant specifically with these people. And from these people who are the descendants of Jacob, Christ, who you know as Jesus, his Hebrew name is Yeshua. And Jesus is a Greek name. But that's another topic for another time. But we know who Christ is, the one who died for us for our sins. He came from the tribe of Judah. The tribe of Judah is where Christ came from. So let me give you the background of how all these brothers and how this nation came into one nation. Now, yes, there was a split between the northern tribe of Israel and the southern tribes of Israel. Kind of almost like the United States. You had the northern states and the southern states. One wanted slavery to continue. The other one wanted to abolish it. Also, they wanted to bring back the entire union. But that's another topic for another time. Let's see who the players are, because we're getting ready to go into chapter 40 of the book of Jasher. Jasher is mentioned in Joshua chapter 10, verse 13. The Most High said, Joshua, meditate on the word day and night, and you shall have good success. Now, one of the books that Joshua meditated on was the book of Jasher. He mentions that in the scripture. Now, the book of Jasher is a representation of Genesis, and I would say that it is complete. Now, look at Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. They all have different eyewitness accounts of Christ moving the gospel forth. And Christ mentioned the word of what we would say the Old Testament. The Old Testament and New Testament is the same basic book. So without the Old Testament, you would not have the New Testament, because throughout the scripture, it gives references to everything that is what is in the Old Testament. But do you know that this is just one book? And I mind you that some of the books have been deleted from the book. You say, well, where's the book of Jasher? Why is it not here in the Bible? Well, the powers that be. And we will know that the powers that be are the Gentiles, one of the Gentiles who goes by a biblical name of Esau and Edom. Esau's kingdom, Edom. And let's take a look at the people that were chosen. Now, this is not a hate message, but it is what it is. There's a lot of things that are going on in the earth today because of things that happened that was planted in the earth years ago. Now, let's see who is the 12 tribes of Israel. And let's see who are their descendants that is going to be talked about in Jasher chapter 40 and 41. Let's take a look at Asher. Asher's descendants are the Argentinians, the Brazilians, and they are the descendants of Asher. And by the way, all the descendants and where they will be scattered to, and where the prophecy on that is in Genesis chapter 49. The whole chapter mentions all that. So that's Asher, the Argentinians, and some in Brazil. The tribe of Benjamin. The tribe of Benjamin. Now they came over here some came over here in slave ships at a later date in the Western Hemisphere. This is during the transatlantic slave trade. The tribe of Benjamin. The tribe of Benjamin today, its descendants are the Jamaicans. The tribe of Gad, would you believe the North American native Indians are the tribe of Gad. Issachar, the tribe of Issachar are the Mexicans that are here today in the U.S., as well as in the nation that's borders have been shrunk down. It is called Issachar. Issachar is the Mexican. Do you remember that Texas was a part of Mexico? And at a later date, we will talk about what really happened at the Alamo and why were they fighting? Why did they want to break away from Mexico? And why were Mexico refusing to give up the state of Texas? We will talk about that at a later date. But the reason for it, I just want to kind of give you a hint, the reason for the fight and everything that's going on is the people of Texas wanted to have slaves, and Mexico did not want to have slaves on their territory. But that's another subject for another time. The tribe of Judah, the descendants of Judah are the Negroes, yes, I said Negroes here in America. And it's not only the United States, but it is also Canada. And portions of Judah is in Brazil. The tribe of Levi, their descendants are the Haitians in Haiti. Yes, that is Levi. Now, there are two tribes that don't come into play just yet because their father, and at this time, they have not been born yet. And that is speaking of Manasseh and Ephraim. Manasseh's descendants are the Cubans today. Manasseh's descendants are the Cubans. And Ephraim is the Puerto Ricans. Naphtali, the tribe of Naphtali are the Pacific Islanders as well as the ones who are the indigenous people of Hawaii and all the Pacific Islanders. To give you an example, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, he would be part of the tribe of Naphtali. The tribe of Reuben are the Aborigines of Australia and the Seminole Indians of Florida. The tribe of Simeon, you're going to hear Simeon a whole lot in Jasher chapter 40. The tribe of Simeon are the Dominicans of the Dominican Republic. Zebulun, the tribe of Zebulun is the Panamanians of Panama. So you see, as we are scattered throughout North, South America, as well as the islands, but also there's a remnant of some of the tribes that are still in West Africa. Yes, when slavery stopped, when that last ship brought over the last batch of slaves, we still had tribes still left, descendants of tribes still left in West Africa. And you can see a lot of that in Nigeria as well as in Ghana and a whole mess of other countries as well. Ghana, Ivory Coast, all throughout that. You know, those names are basically government names, so to speak. But there were names that they did have that before that. Now, let me stay on point here because I only have just a limited time. I feel myself want to just kind of go off on this particular exit and just kind of camp out there, but I know my time is not that long every night that we're going to have that. Now, we are probably going to go into overtime on that. So now you got to bear with me as I pronounce these names of these cities and as well as some of these names of people, as well as tribes also. So I'm going to do the best I can, and I'm going to try to break it down, and sometimes you'll hear me kind of pause on that. Now I'm going to elaborate as the Spirit lead me to elaborate on this, because I'm trying to get you to get an understanding. Now, like I said, you got different account of Christ that is like Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Well, the book of Jasher is a different account of Genesis. Genesis has 50 chapters. The book of Jasher has 90 chapters. So you're going to really need to take a break from Genesis at this point, because you can't go along with us right here on the book of Jasher, because that is missing in Genesis. Well, let's just say not missing, it's just not written down. But the book of Jasher is complete. So we'll get back to Genesis when we pick up with David, and that is going to be picked up at 37, chapter 37. But we are in the book of Jasher, chapter 40. I believe I got all my points and everything in order. I did not want to leave out. So we know who the players are. We know who the brothers are. All these brothers that I just mentioned are from Jacob, whose name has been changed by the Most High as Israel. Now, just to let you know that if you just jumped on this train, and I hope you're not a stowaway getting on this train, but we've been riding for a very long time. And you hear me, what is he talking about, these 12 tribes? And how did he figure that the Negroes are part of the 12 tribes? Yes, they are. So Noah's family, I want to get back to that. Noah's family, the entire family is black. So don't get, this is not a black power message or anything like that. This is truth. We're talking about the truth now. We're not talking about elevating this and elevating that. We want to seek the truth. I thought I had the truth when I was in church, but that is a slave master's doctrine, a pagan doctrine that I used to follow. Since my eyes have been opened up, I know the truth. And so all this can be explained, what happened to us and how we got into this, through Deuteronomy chapter 28, verses 15 through 68. We came over here enslaved. You ever wonder if you are a Gentile? See, I used to think that I was a Gentile because that's the way my pagan church taught me. We're Gentiles. And I just did a commentary just maybe a couple of weeks ago about a certain national TV evangelist figure out of Atlanta, Georgia. Hooping and hollering, think that he's right, that we Gentiles. He is not a Gentile. He is from the tribe of Judah. But because he is in darkness and he's ignorant to the fact that he don't know, that is why he's saying what he's saying, because he does not know the scriptures and what it details. He don't know the prophecy. He keeps telling everybody we Gentiles. Go ahead, we not under the law. Go ahead, eat that pork, and go ahead, eat this shrimp. Go ahead and do this. You're not under the law. But the fact is, we obey man laws. The Gentiles obey man-made laws before they even obey the Most High's law. So you mean to tell me, if you're saying that we're not under the law of Moses anymore, yes, Christ fulfilled it, but he put away the law that would give us the judgment of death. That's the law that Christ put away from. We're in a grace period. Yes, grace is here, but grace is just for you to get it together for a short period of time. because that grace is running out. And this goes for me too, not just for you. I'm preaching to myself as well. We have got to get it together. Time is short. Now, I'm going to stay on point here, and let's get it. Jasher chapter 40, verse 1. And the sons of Jacob led away all the spoils of Gash and went out of the city by night. Verse 2. They were going out marching toward the castle of Beth-Croen, and the inhabitants of Beth-Croen were going to the castle to meet them. And on that night the sons of Jacob fought with the inhabitants of Beth-Croen in the castle of Beth-Croen. Verse 3. And all the inhabitants of Beth-Croen were mighty men. One of them would not flee from before 1,000 men. And they fought on that night upon the castle, and their shouts were heard on the night from afar. And the earth quaked at their shouting. Verse 4. And all the sons of Jacob were afraid of those men, as they were not accustomed to fight in the dark. And they were greatly confounded. And the sons of Jacob cried unto the Most High, saying, Give help to us, deliver us, that we may not die by the hands of these uncircumcised men. You see that? You see where this just reminded me of King David talking about Goliath, saying, who is this uncircumcised man that wants to talk about our God? Just a little tidbit right there. Verse 5. And the Most High hearkened to the voice of the sons of Jacob, and the Most High caused a great terror and confusion to seize the people of Beth-Croen. And they fought among themselves, the one with the other, in the darkness of night, and smote each other in great numbers. Verse 6. And the sons of Jacob, knowing that the Most High had brought a spirit of perverseness among those men, and that they fought each man with his neighbor, went forth from among the bands of the people of Beth-Croen, and went as far as the descent of the castle of Beth-Croen, and farther, and they tarried there securely with their young men on that night. Verse 7. And the people of Beth-Croen fought the whole night, one man with his brother, and the other with his neighbor. And they cried out in every direction upon the upon the castle, and their cry was heard at a distance. And the whole earth shook at their voices, for they were powerful above all the people of the earth. Verse 8. And all the inhabitants of the city of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Amorites, the Hivites, and all the kings of Canaan, and also those who were on the other side of the Jordan, heard the noise of the shouting on that night. Just want to remind you, the descendants of Cain came from Ham. Not all black people, even though all the players in here are black, but not all the black people came from Ham. Japheth, Shem, and Ham were all black. The Negroes here in America, the tribes, the children of Israel, came from Shem. Now I got a definition on our program, and it gives you the definition about who Ham is. Ham is the progenitor of the dark races, the Egyptians, Cush, Libyans, that right there. And it says not the Negroes. So it's identifying who we are, that we did not come from Ham. We came from Shem. These are black folks fighting black folks. And all the inhabitants of the cities of Canaan Canaanites, the Hittites, the Amorites, the Hivites, and all the kings of Canaan, and also those who were on the other side of the Jordan heard the noise of the shouting on that night. Verse 9, and they said, surely these are the battle of the Hebrews who are fighting against the 7 cities, who came nigh unto them, and who can stand against those Hebrews. Remember the old saying that we used to say, oh man, I don't work so hard, I worked hard like a Hebrew slave. Well, we were talking about us. Verse 10, and all the inhabitants of the cities of the Canaanites and all those who were on the other side of the Jordan were greatly afraid of the sons of Jacob. For they said, behold, the same will be done to us as was done to those cities. For who can stand against their mighty strength? Verse 11, and the cries of the Cronanites were very great on that night, and continued to increase, and they smote each other till morning, and numbers of them were killed. 12, and the morning appeared, and all the sons of Jacob rose up at the daybreak and went up to the castle, and they smote those who remained of the Cronanites in a terrible manner, and they were all killed in the castle. 13, and the sixth day appeared, and all the inhabitants of Canaan saw at a distance all the people of Beth Cronin lying dead in the castle of Beth Cronin, and stood about as the carcasses of lambs and goats. 14, and the sons of Jacob led all the spoils which they had captured from Gash, and went to Beth Cronin, and they found the city full of people like the sands of the sea. And they fought with them, and the sons of Jacob smote them there till evening time. 15, and the sons of Jacob did unto Beth Cronin as they had done to Gash and Tapnach, and as they had done to Chazar, to Sultan, and to Shiloh. 16, and the sons of Jacob took with them the spoils of Beth Cronin, and all the spoils of the cities. And on that day they went home to Shechem. 17, and the sons of Jacob came home to the city of Shechem, and they remained without the city, and they then rested there from the war, and tarried there all night. 18, and all their servants together with all the spoils that they had taken from the cities, they left without the city, and they did not enter the city, for they said, peradventure there may be yet more fighting against us, and they may come to besiege us in Shechem. Verse 19, and Jacob and his sons and their servants remained on that night, and the next day in the portion of the field which Jacob had purchased from Hamor for 5 shekels, and all that they had captured was with them. 20, and all the booty which the sons of Jacob had captured was in the portion of the field, immersed as the sands up on the seashore. 21, and the inhabitants of the land observed them from afar, and all the inhabitants of the land were afraid of the sons of Jacob, who had done these things, for no king from the days of old had ever done the like. 22, and the 7 kings of the Canaanites resolved to make peace with the sons of Jacob, for they were greatly afraid of their lives on account of the sons of Jacob. 23, and on that day, being the 7th day, Jephthah, king of Hebron, sent secretly to the king of to the king of Gibeon, and to the king of Shalem, and to the king of Adullam, and to the king of Lachish, and to the king of Chazar, and to all the Canaanite kings who were under their subjection, saying, Go up with up, go up with me and come to me that we may go to the sons of Jacob, and I will make peace with them, and from a treaty with them, lest all your land be destroyed by the sword of the sons of Jacob, as they did to Shechem and the cities around it, as you have heard and seen. 25. And when you come to me, do not come with many men, but let every king bring his 3 head captains, and every captain being there of his officers, and come all of you to Hebron, and we will go together to the sons of Jacob and supplicate them that they shall form a treaty of peace with us. 27. And all those kings did as the king of Hebron had sent to them, for they were all under his counsel and command, and all the kings of Canaan assembled to go to the sons of Jacob to make peace with them. And the sons of Jacob returned and went to the portion of the field that was in Shechem, for they did not put confidence in the kings of the land. They should have done this at the beginning when they had wise counsel way back then in another chapter that we had discussed. 28. And the sons of Jacob returned and remained in the portion of the field 10 days, and no one came to make war with them. 29. And when the sons of Jacob saw that there was no appearance of war, they all assembled and went to the city of Shechem, and the sons of Jacob remained in Shechem. 30. And at the expiration of 40 days, all the kings of the Amorites assembled from all their places and came to Hebron, to Japhet, king of Hebron. Verse 31. And the number of kings that came to Hebron to make peace with the sons of Jacob was 21 kings. And the number of captains that came with them was 69, and their men were 189. And all these kings and their men rested by Mount Hebron. 32. And the king of Hebron went out with his 3 captains and 9 men, and these kings resolved to go to the sons of Jacob to make peace. 33. And they said unto the king of Hebron, Go thou before us with thy men, and speak for us unto the sons of Jacob, and we will come after thee and confirm thy words. And the king of Hebron did so. Verse 34. And the sons of Jacob heard that all the kings of Canaan had gathered together and rested in Hebron. And the sons of Jacob sent 4 of their servants as spies, saying, Go and spy these kings, and search and examine their men, whether they are few or many. And if they are but few in number, number them all and come back. 35. And the servants of Jacob went secretly to these kings, and did as the sons of Jacob had commanded them. And on that day they came back to the sons of Jacob, and said unto them, We came unto those kings, and they are but a few in number. And we numbered them all, and behold, they were 288 kings and men. 36. And the sons of Jacob said, They are but few in number, therefore we will not all go out to them. And in the morning the sons of Jacob rose up and chose 62 of their men, and 10 of the sons of Jacob went with them, and they girt on their weapons of war, for they said, They are coming to make war with us. For they knew not that they were coming to make peace with them. 37. And the sons of Jacob went with their servants to the gate of Shechem toward those kings, and their father Jacob was with them. And when they had come forth, behold, the king of Hebron and his 3 captains and 9 men with him were coming along the road against the sons of Jacob. And the sons of Jacob lifted up their eyes and saw at a distance Japhiel, king of Hebron, and his captains coming toward them. And the sons of Jacob took their stand at the places of the gate of Shechem and did not proceed. 39. And the king of Hebron continued to advance, he and his captains, until he came nigh to the sons of Jacob, and he and his captains both bowed down to them to the ground. And the king of Hebron sat with their captains before Jacob and his sons. 40. And the sons of Jacob said unto him, What has befallen thee, O king of Hebron? Why hast thou come to us this day? What dost thou require from us? And the king of Hebron said unto Jacob, I beseech thee, my lord, all the kings of the Canaanites have this day come to make peace with you. 41. And the sons of Jacob heard the words of the king of Hebron, and they would not consent to his proposal, for the sons of Jacob had no faith in him, for they imagined that the king of Hebron had spoken deceitfully to them. 42. And the king of Hebron knew from the words of the sons of Jacob that they did not believe his words. And the king of Hebron approached near to Jacob and said unto him, I beseech thee, my lord, to be assured that all these kings have come to you on peaceable terms, for they have not come with all their men, neither did they bring their weapons of war with them, for they have come to seek peace from my lord and his sons. Verse 43. And the sons of Jacob answered the king of Hebron, said, Send thou to all these kings, and if thou speakest truth unto us, let them each come singly before us. And if they come unto us unarmed, we shall then know that they seek peace from us. And Japhiel, king of Hebron, said one of his men to the king, and they all came before the sons of Jacob and bowed down to them to the ground. And these kings sat before Jacob and his son, and they spoke unto him, saying, We have heard all that you did unto the kings of the Amorites with your sword and exceedingly mighty arm, so that no man could stand up before you, and we were afraid of you for the sake of our lives, lest it should be befall us as it did to them. Verse 46. So we have come unto you to form a treaty of peace between us, and now therefore contract with us a covenant of peace and truth. You will not meddle with us, inasmuch as we should not meddle with you. Okay, we are now going into overtime. And for those of you all who are joining us in the overtime in the archives, we are going to get into the book of Jasher, chapter 41, momentarily after a music break. But we are going to just about complete chapter 40 with we're going to end on 52. So verse 47, and the sons of Jacob knew that they had really come to seek peace from them, and the sons of Jacob listened to them and formed a covenant with them. Verse 48, and the sons of Jacob swore unto them that they would not meddle with them, and all the kings of the Canaanites swore also to them. And the sons of Jacob made them tributary from that day forward. 49, and after this, all the captains of these kings came with their men before Jacob, with presents in their hands for Jacob and his sons, and they bowed down to him to the ground. 50, and these kings then urged the sons of Jacob and begged of them to return all the spoils they had captured from the 7 cities of the Amorites. And the sons of Jacob did so, and they returned all that they had captured, the women, the little ones, the cattle, and all the spoils which they had taken, and they sent them off, and they went away each to his city. 51. And all these kings again bowed down to the sons of Jacob, and they sent or brought them many gifts in those days. And the sons of Jacob sent off these kings and their men, and they went peaceably away from them to their cities. And the sons of Jacob also returned to their home, to Shechem. 52. And there was peace from that day forward between the sons of Jacob and the kings of the Canaanites, until the children of Israel came to inherit the land of Canaan. This completes the book of Jasher, chapter 40. Now we will go into the book of Jasher, chapter 41. We will go ahead and get into that right after this from my boys, Rare Jewels, featuring Clarity.
This is Nana. You're in tune to Rare Jewels with Clarity and Gems on the beat. Keep it locked.
Real. This is Proverbs Wise. Representing VA, and you're in tune to the Rare Jewels mixtape with Clarity and Dens on the beat. Keep it locked. Real.
Yeah, baby. You tuned in to Rare Jewels. You got the right station. Don't touch that dial. Let's go. Yes, sir. Clarity, a clear channel, a.k.a. Kid Cobalt, a.k.a. Paradise Skills. I'm supposing it's right to exhale light, so I breathe through mics the oxygen that I write. Opposite of fatal attractions, a theme with advice that I give away free, though it's worth a serious price. You know it. We in a day, a technological advancement. What God has made a myth is people's growth is backwards. Money piles up right next to their caskets. Modern day pharaohs get buried in their mansions. Frequency of the world set to an odd number. Rap music got guns, pop music gay lovers. Is it undercovers or so blatant we numb? Well, maybe not all of us, but a grand sum. I kick a verse for the sons in the slums to learn. The world is yours, baby, but be wise with your turns. Cause as the world turns, the signs confirm. Hell's getting closer as the ozone burns. But listen, you tuned into the right station, man. Listen, don't touch that dial. This is the birth of the niggas' redemption. From where? From the plantation of the hood where I made my entrance. Slain by the system, renamed by the lynchmen. My pain now positions me for a new existence. My resurrection, I got my hood on my back. And my family tree that they tried to act. I'm Paul with these raps and I'ma take y'all to act. Show y'all Diana and our sister's booty crack. It's so heavy when revelation breaks your face. You know it. Who cares that you rockin' those babe and apes? When the whole world is full of babes and apes. Cowards with guns that wouldn't bust the grape. This is God's wrath you taste. Our podcast is grace and Comcast is face to the broadcast is great. Welcome to the kingdom that Jay-Z hinted at. And the truth behind fraud that Nas wanted back. Listen, you got the right station, man. It's a very clear channel, you know what I'm saying? It's Clarity, Paradise Skills. Listen, I'm supposing I'm Moses when I pose with the boldness. Telling those Pharaoh face to face, you so bogus. Baloney with holocaust, I'm about to smash your cronies and chunks. No rollies, low budget, I roll holy, but blow and smash totally. Idols that kill poetry, flowing how it's supposed to be. Notice how I'm an open sea, but filtered through a fountain of faith. So y'all better build an art, cause the rain got a date. And when the tide go up, say bye to hell's gate. How low to God's face, cause then heaven is the place. Jesus said that earth was meant to be. That kingdom come is something that we all supposed to see. His will being done is his people being free. But that'll never happen till those people do believe. And I'm one that does, so get ready to receive. Stay tuned.